Okay, I think we're all here, so let's make a start. I'm Rachel McDonald. And I'm sure you all know Jason and his mum Mary. And in a moment I'll ask everyone to introduce themselves and tell us a little bit more about their involvement with the family. In meetings like these, it's really very important for the family to agree to be involved and for the family to agree that all other parties around this table are allowed to be involved. They have also agreed that at this meeting you can share some of the information that you have come on while being involved with the family. Just before we start, Mary, I noticed that Paul, Mr. Brown, has not been able to attend today.
Yes, well, he says he's had enough meetings about Jason and he had to stay home to look after the girls.
Oh, that's a pity. I'm sure Jason would have really wanted him to be here. Please let me know next time if childcare is a problem. We can usually help there. Anyway, let's go ahead. As you know, my role is to make sure that everyone has their say, especially the family. And the aim of this meeting is for us all to work together to create a plan to support Jason and his family. To begin, I'd like to ask each one of you to tell us why and how you're involved with the family. And because we don't all know each other around the table, please start by stating your name and the agency you work with.
I'm Gerry Finn, the local constable. I've been working in Jason's neighbourhood for the past 3 years now. I know Jason and his family very well. We also had dealings with his older brother before he received a jail sentence for aggravated assault. Jason seems like a bright lad. He's got a great sense of humour. He's very popular with his friends and also with the local girls, it would seem. In the past year we've picked up Jason about 8 separate occasions under the influence of alcohol, and we've taken him home often after midnight. When he's drunk he can be quite abusive. We've always had words with his parents, but nothing seems to change. The latest incident was when we picked up Jason with his mates at midnight trying to tag the windows of a local school. He was very intoxicated. He probably didn't really know what he was doing, and he seemed genuinely sorry the next day. But we just can't ignore that sort of behaviour. And after this incident we invited Jason to become part of our youth diversion scheme, but he doesn't seem interested.
I'm Sarah Besford from SIFS. We've been working with the Brown family for the last 3 years. We've been concerned with the truancy and the offending problems of both boys. We've been trying very hard to work with Mr. and Mrs. Brown on this, but we've had very little success. I have to say that I think Jason is in great risk of following his brother's footsteps into the adult justice system.
He is not a bad boy. He is not bad. He just likes to get his own way and never listens to his stepfather. They just don't get on, that's all.
Mum, he's an egg.
He's the only father you have, and he's raised you for the last 2 years.
And this is the outcome. Great, Mum. You sure know how to pick him.
They never get on. I am so busy with baby Nadine, I barely have time for Jason or Tracy. At least when Tracy and I are relaxed at home watching TV, we can chat and cuddle once baby Nadine is off to sleep. With Jace, he's always off with his mates. I never know where he is. I know he really misses his dad. He's found his father on Facebook. He's always talking about getting in contact with him, but he never does. Jace.
Look, I just want to leave school and get a job. I know I do stupid things when I get drunk, and I got a crazy stepfather, but he should mind his own frickin' business and stay out of mine.
My name is Stein. I'm Jason's art teacher. I've got a lot of time for Jason, and he has some real skill and genuine talent, and it's a shame he's not at school just now. Because when he's interested in something, he works really hard. And almost 6 months ago, he was involved in a project where he was making a Māori kite, and he became so absorbed in the project that I've never seen him so animated. And you know, he ended up producing the best kite in the whole class. In fact, it was probably one of the best I've ever seen. And he also takes great interest and pride in Māori art. And at one point he told me that his father was a brilliant woodcarver. And then he clammed out. I'd really like to see Jason back at school.
Thanks, Diane. It's great to hear the school is still positive about Jason's potential. Can I ask Helen to tell us a little bit more about the Youth Centre's contact with Jason?
Thanks, Rachel. My name's Helen Scotch. I work with the Neighbourhood Youth Centre. We actually haven't really had much to do with Jason. He's often out in the streets with his mates, and he's happy to have a chat with us. He listens to what we have on offer, but he seldom takes part. He seems to be a real leader within his peer group, though, and he's really respected for his artwork, even though often that is expressed through tagging. He goes by the name of Hawk. Is that his father's name? Yeah. Right. We would really like to become more involved with Jason. The centre is about to embark on a community mural project for the outside of the centre, and I think, Jason, you could make a real contribution.
Okay, I think everyone has had a chance to, say something about their work with the family. We've heard about some of the issues and also about Jason's strengths and abilities. But before we move on to making a plan, I think it's really important to hear a little bit more from Jason and his mum on how they